word. Oh, maybe? Yeah, there you go.
Hello, people of the future. Hi there. And not, I'm a little...
You're a little low.
How's that?
Better.
I'm in the middle. All right, so now let's say our hellos to folks.
I'm going to let you say hello before I start sewing all the things.
Yeah, you wait, you. Curse your efficiency. All right, Jennifer, pew, pew, pew. Larry Hughes, Ken Leshies-Arish, Tug Hillbilly Homestead. That's so tough to say without saying something inappropriate.
Yarp.
Kim, BDI Brett Kennedy, Stanley S, John C, Sean Davies, it's been a while, Sean, John Sheffield, Kat Swift, Jeff Bull, hello, Jeff. Queer Pass, Mario, hello, and you're back in Germany. It's like you were just here. Big Dog Masks, Edson Juice, Kat Swift, Ron Sheps. I always say him like a game show host, and I don't know why. Mimi, Fieldwalker Masks, hello, Scotland. Great. I accidentally put my hand up and I made Oddbot stop tracking me, and now we're tracking again. I'm going to go get to work. Wait. I never checked on tripod cam to see if it was working.
It does look like the Stream Deck is functional as well.
It does appear that way, but I don't know if it does anything. Let me hit a button.
Let's find out.
No.
Nope.
No, it's just for show.
Womp womp womp.
That's all it is. I'll get that set up eventually. I gotta wait for that new graphics card.
Hello, Scott Colehart and Monkey Strap.
Hello, Scott Colehart and Monkey Strap. Monkey Strap.
That used to be Rum Tum Tugger.
That's right. Okay. You are going to come with me right now.
Pops on the Tube, hello.
Hello, Pops on the Tube.
Big Dog says hello, Alan and Stacy. Hi there.
Yeah, you got me and Stacy tonight, so she's doing comments and she'll be doing some sewing. We're getting some critters done. I'm making, you know what, I have not set up, so I'm going to have to come over here. Let's do Pip. It stays on Pip like most of the time anyway.
Yeah. Dianica12 says hey there.
Hello. How are you? Bionica12. It's good to see you on. I don't know like what has changed or whatever, but for a long time I did not really see you on very much. And now you're back from outer space.
Ross Richards says hello, fellow creepers and Mario.
Hello, Ross.
More art than time says long time no catch the stream. Hello.
Hello. Here we are. Here we are.
Jennifer Pugh says I'm defrosting my mini fridge. Woo.
That sounds fun.
Alan Simpson says hello, everyone. Tug Hillbilly Homestead says Tug Hillbilly Homestead. Tug Billy.
Don't Tug Billy. That's inappropriate.
Says explanation on my name. We live in the Tug Hill Plateau of upstate New York and raise goats, hence the Tug Hill Billy name. But you're not the first thing with an odd name. Helen Wright says evening all. Monkey Strap says happy early Thanksgiving to anyone that celebrates it.
Yeah.
Mario says yes, I'm safe. Arrived at Munich.
So glad to hear it. And you smuggled in all your chemicals effectively. That's also good to hear.
Builder Chick says hi from Builder Chick in Florida.
Hello, Builder Chick. I'm doing another helmet for the other Krampus. I didn't quite get that one done. I took longer than I planned at the doctor's office today. But I got the good news that my head is not going to fall off.
Yay! Dianica12 says I'm feeling a little bit better and I'm glad to be back.
I probably should just heat up one of those at a time.
Jordan Bunce says hello.
Jordan Bunce bounce. Hey, buddy. Are you moving? You're moving, right? Is that right? Are you moving to Pennsylvania? Do I remember that right? I probably don't remember it right, but Jordan is one. So I follow very few people on Instagram just because of how my life is. Mostly what I follow on Instagram is businesses.
Yeah.
So Jordan, I often will see his updates because I think I only follow like 200 people. And you know, I'm somewhat of a terrible person. I'm not on social media to see pictures of people's kids. I'm not on social media to see pictures of their pets, to see what they ate for dinner. I want to see the cool stuff that they make, you know, because that is what is important in my world.
Diana12 says, I'm very glad to hear your head isn't going to fall off.
Yes. Well, I had a surgery in October, and that surgery, there was a 3-inch wide and 4.5-inch deep incision in my neck next to my spinal column. And it hasn't quite healed up all the way. And that was very early October. So we're working on why has it not healed all the way. And like parts are healed. Anyway, I'm alive. That's what matters. My head's not going to fall off. Doctor said.
Jordan Bunn says, correct, Altoona, Pennsylvania.
That's awesome.
Jeff Bull says, what are you working on, Stacy? I'm working on the Nutcracker jacket that we started last time.
The height of Nutcracker fashion is what she's working.
Très chic.
And because I'm facing the wrong way, I have no idea if what I'm doing is in a frame or not.
Oh yeah, you're in frame.
Okay. This will be a little easier when I get 1 or 2 more screens going.
Ken Zarish says, my Instagram was disabled. I have no data on my phone to get the code to get it back. Sad face.
You get to start a new one with a new life. You could be Ken the Awesome Zarish, and no one would be able to say that's not true. And that's what's great about social media. Maybe you lost your account, but man, you can make up a bunch of new crap. Many people do. Just make it up.
Jordan Bent says, if anyone knows any good haunts near Altoona, Pennsylvania, let me know.
I can find out for you.
As it turns out, you know a guy.
Yeah.
Jeff Bull says, I'm sure it will be another fantastic Stacy design. Well, it'll be cool. Big Dan Tattooer says, my head fell off once. It's not recommended.
No.
0 stars. Would not recommend. Jennifer Pugh says, your EVA foam skills are awesome.
Mine are okay. I get by. I just treat it like any other building material. It's a wonderful building material. And one of the reasons why I think I like it so much, I like woodworking and I like sewing. This is exactly in the middle.
Yeah.
This is exactly in the middle. You start with 2-dimensional planes, just like you do in woodworking and sewing, and then you shape it and form it to become a 3-dimensional object. A little bit of the rigidity of wood, and...
But with way more flexibility than wood.
Like sewing.
Yeah. Monkey Strap says, I remember to hit that like button without being reminded. Kind of proud of my old self.
Hooray! Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, I'm on screen. Good. Doing all right.
Edson says, Stacey's just making cool pockets for Ellen's girl pants.
That's right. Not girl pants, they're lady pants.
Mario says, question for our monster doctor, Mr. Hobbs. Have you a solution? How I get a hole in a pool noodle? German pool noodles are full noodles, no pipes, tunnel style.
Do you want a hole in your noodle? Many Americans wish they had unholy noodles. I'm sure somewhere in Germany they have holy pool noodles. I don't know why ours have holes in them. I don't know. I don't know if culturally you guys just think it's wrong. I have no idea.
Ken Zari says, it'd be cool, but the other thing is I can't make a new email either. Same situation. I'm not sure what to do. Cat Swift says, your techniques are now being used by so many terrain builders for towers and bridges and trees, and they are very happy.
Yeah, It's a nice material. It's not. I bet if you just did a flat piece, you cut a bridge, you bevel the ends, and you glue the two ends down, that makes a natural arch. That's lovely.
Monkey straps cracking up over unholy pool noodles.
My neck is itchy because of
no scratch, only
medical tape. He didn't say don't scratch. What was I doing? I need a head form.
Yeah.
And I need a mask. Look, a mask.
Hey,
Got
look. Poison Sumac says, hey, y'all.
I don't know how far you can go there, little buddy.
Catso says, that conversation could go bad so very quickly. Listen, that's all of our conversations.
About unholy noodles? And the socioeconomic reasons why Germans are against them?
Jennifer Pugh says, stop scratching. Mike Jordan says, terrain, absolutely. Big Dan Tattooer says, the captions keep saying bull noodles.
Well, don't Google it, but fine.
Mimi says, the unholy noodle. Phobophile says, hello all.
Hello, Phobophile. It's been a while.
Eat. Mitch Galloway says, I just tuned in and the first thing I heard was unholy noodles. It's going to be a good night.
Yeah.
Any night we're here is a good night. Making all the things.
Can you not? You've only got like 180 field radius, don't you, little buddy? Okay, that's fine.
Monkey Strap says, American pool noodles probably have no center to save money. Less materials equals less money.
Yes. Now you could buy them from foamnoodle.com. You can buy them with or without holes. Holes are sans holes. Middles are sans middles, which is exactly the opposite.
Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, I see a merch idea. Want to see my unholy pool noodle?
No one wants to see your unholy pool noodle. No one.
Mario says, I withdraw the question.
Could you put a hole in it? Yes. If you really needed a hole in your pool noodle, I would use a hot wire or heat up a ball bearing with a torch until it's like glowing red and just drop it straight down the middle. It would probably clear the whole thing.
Phobophile says, been a while indeed. Been recovering from Halloween business.
Well, that takes a bit.
Ross Richard says, ooh, new band name. Pope Ramen and the Unholy Noodles.
Pope Robin?
Pope Ramen. Ramen.
Okay.
But I think maybe the Pastafarians have the copyright on ramen. Jeff Bull says, my noodles are bigger than yours. Jennifer Pugh says, the head form with the helmet looks like Charles Lindbergh.
I assure you, it's not the size of your noodle. It is what you do with your noodle.
Oof.
Noodles come in all shapes and sizes. Hold and unhold.
All noodles are valid.
All noodles have value.
Dan McCorson says, hi guys, cleaning the shop while watching. Holy crap, do I have stuff. I feel like I'm getting nowhere.
I feel your pain. If you want to feel good about your shop, come help clean my shop sometime.
Thank you, Scott Colehart, for the link for solid core foam noodles.
Yeah.
Catherine says, I'd be concerned about fumes from melting that foam.
Ah.
Resurrect Costumes says, hello, Creeper Peeps.
As long as it doesn't catch on fire, you're pretty good.
Ezekiel says, I have hollowed a pool noodle with a sharpened piece of PVC. It's easy.
There you go. Australia, coming up with the real answers.
Monkey Strap. It's not the size of the noodle, it's the motion of the ocean.
Wouldn't that be the waves in the pool, considering it's a pool noodle?
Ron Shep's new Still Beast t-shirt. It's not the size of your noodle. Speaking of new Still Beast t-shirts, we need to come up with a new t-shirt that...
Okay, so here's what needs to happen.
Yeah.
Someone needs to tell me these things when I'm not live.
Sure.
Because people always come up with t-shirt ideas live, like, hey, you should do that. And I'm like, I'll do that. I don't remember. I'm actually at work right now. You guys don't. I'm at work. You don't know this, but I'm working.
I am also working. I'm offering this up to the live stream.
Okay.
Somebody started a thread in the Live Creepers group, and we'll talk about t-shirt designs.
Or they could start a thread on the... Can anybody get to the Discord, or is it only Patreons?
Only Patreons.
Okay, gotcha. Then never mind. Unless you're on Patreon, you could start a t-shirt thread on Discord.
Yeah.
Which I've just started getting more hipper to Discord.
All right. But yeah, we need to come up with the next gen go make stuff shirt. Like we have our standard one that was the Patreon giveaway, and we're coming up on year 2 of Patreon, so I think we need a new shirt.
Okay. I also just think we need a couple new shirts.
Yeah, agreed. Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, take a piece of electrical conduit and grind the edge to an angled knife edge and slowly twist as you push it through. Actually, I've had to do something similar.
Okay.
Big Dog says, okay, 342 days to Halloween.
Wow. What a jerk. At least he's not counting down the days to Transworld.
Oy. Thank you, Scott Colhart. To help support these shows, join the Still Be Studios Patreon.
That is certainly an option, but it's not something I force anyone to do.
We just like it when you show up.
Yeah, thanks for watching. That's also supporting.
John C. says, do you figure out your own patterns, or did you ever use one of those pattern sites for reference?
Okay, so are you talking about sewing, or are you talking about EVA foam? EVA foam, most of the patterns that you buy, they say that you cannot make and sell them. So I don't buy those in order to make them, because I sell the helmets as part of masks, I make money off of this. So I don't use other people's patterns for EVA foam. I largely make my own. And when I say largely, I mean almost exclusively make my own. And normally I sculpt on tinfoil. I make the shape I want. I tape it out. And then I get a masking tape form after I break it up. And that works pretty good.
Resurrect Costume says, I see we're unsupervised tonight.
Yeah.
Big Dan Tattooer says, conversation is taking a dangerous turn. I like it.
So, let me tell you guys something that happens because of... Me and Stacey were talking about the weird relationships that happen and how technology-based society a little bit causes weird relationships. All the time when I am thinking about haunted houses and I'm designing rooms, I design rooms that my friends from Skull Kingdom, who I worked with 25 years ago, would be great in. I build a room and I think of my buddy Jinx. Or I build a room and I think of my buddy Ivan. Or I build a room and I think of my buddy Jonathan. And now, a lot of it's you guys. I'll be doing a project. I'm like, man, I wish that Rob, Resurrected Costumes, were here to help with this, or just pull him in on the project because that'd be fun. You guys, I think of in that same capacity, because I talk to you all the time. I don't even know what a lot of you look like, but I talk to you all the time, so you are in my brain as friends when I am doing projects. I'm like, oh, I bet this person would like to do that. I'm gonna go see a trail haunt. I bet Brian Page or Dan McCorson would like to go see that with me. But it's just weird. It's interesting because the world is so big, and it has. Oh, I just turned the thing off again. Yeah. Anyway, I don't even know what I'm saying, but I just said it. There you go.
Yeah, that was the not knowing what people look like at MHC. I walked up to a big group of people who were in the area that we were going to have our creepers meet up, and I was like, you guys started the party without me. And they were like,
we don't know who you are.
We don't know who you are. And I was like, oops, wrong group of randos. Sorry. Bye.
I love that you just assumed they would know who you were.
Yeah. Well, listen. I didn't know who they were, but I walked in with confidence. It was fun.
Yeah, I'm always surprised if someone knows who I am.
Horror Beauty says, yay, holiday monsters. Jeff Bull says, can you just buy the pipe insulation? It's not going to be as big in diameter, but it should work.
It's not as dense. So often you try to heat bond it, a lot of it evaporates away. Like too much of it leaves because it's not dense enough. And then the IsoFlex stuff is plenty dense and it's more flexible, but it's not the same type of foam, so it will not heat bond.
Mike Jordan. I'm not going to read that, but it's funny.
Hold on, I must turn around and read this now.
I think it may have actually already scrolled off of the screen up there.
It scrolled off.
Yeah, I'm having to catch up.
The world is safe. And now it's like once a day, I'll get a phone call from someone who has a question, who watches the YouTube channel. You know, I've never like hidden my phone number or anything. I'm pretty easy to get a hold of.
Yeah.
But it's always weird because sometimes they're like, it's so weird talking to you because, you know, I've watched all your videos and I don't know. I don't. It's weird. I don't feel famous or if I'm famous, I should feel important. I don't feel important.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still very much just a regular monster.
Edson Juice says, gee, a pumpkin blouse with the stilt beast on the back. I think I remember that on a PM. Jennifer Pugh says, I vote for the one someone drew with you as He-Man for the t-shirt.
Yeah, it's coming.
Big Dan Tattooer says, I can draw them for you. Heck yeah. Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, what we need is a pair of pants with no pockets.
No one needs that. Who needs that?
Thank you, Scott Colhart, for starting a Stilt Beast t-shirt post idea on the Facebook group. Dan McCorson says, I need ideas for shirts for our haunt also. I'm at a standstill. Mimi says, wow, Transworld's coming up fast.
Yeah. Don't say the T word.
Enigma says, what's your opinion on the foam clay, Alan?
I love it. It's great. I think that some people are a little over-reliant on it in order to sculpt with. I don't think it's, I don't think it's going to beat or take the place of sculpting something and then adding that element on.
Unknown Origin FX says, good evening.
Hey.
Tina Bowden says, hi, everyone. More Art Than Time says, we're happy to be in your brain. Resurrect Costume says, as long as I don't have to pay rent, I'm happy to be in your brain.
Hooray.
I don't know why I have the hiccups all of a sudden.
Yeah, you do.
Ridiculous.
Have I ever cured the hiccups for you?
You sure have.
Okay, so then I'll leave. I could do it again, but
just gonna let it calm down. We're good. Okay, I think I'm caught up.
And I've decided to sit where I can't see the TV. Now, it's not an active decision. It just kind of happened.
Choices were made.
Yeah.
Big Dog says, pants need pockets. Where else do you put your cheeseburgers?
Exactly. That was dinner today.
Susan Robinson says, hello all.
Hello, Susan Robinson.
That is totally like a song cue for me, but I'm sure you are as tired of that song as I am of Stacy's mom. So, Mrs. Robinson? No? Okay, just me?
Is that the one, you have a lovely daughter and there's a bunch of eels?
No. Mentions Joe DiMaggio? No? Okay.
No.
Mike Jordan says, it's only fair. You guys live rent-free in my brain a lot.
Who says, what song is it that it's Mrs. Brown, you have a lovely daughter? And are there eels in that song?
I
I don't know.
I don't know.
But eels are associated with that song for some reason in my head.
Big Dan Tattooer says, is the trip to Transworld worth it if you don't own a haunt and just love Halloween?
Yeah. Yes, it's worth it.
Do you decorate for Halloween? Do you wear costumes?
Enjoy the hollowed weens. Or unhollowed weens.
Or unhallowed.
As are
Ron
more popular in Germany.
Says no eels in that song.
There has to be an eel connection somewhere. Like my brain does weird stuff, but I don't know that was it.
Enigma says we don't need Stiltby shirts, we need Stiltby sweats with Velcro in the pockets for pocket pizza and pocket burgers.
Hey.
Is that Billie Jean?
Yes. Yes, it was. Because I turned my head and the mask scuffled on my shirt.
Yeah.
And it went whoosh, 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 whoosh. And that started Billie Jean playing in my head. Sans eels.
No eels. Ezekiel says no eels. What are you smoking?
There's eels somewhere that has been tied to eels in my brain. I don't know why or how.
Dan McCorson says go to Transworld if you get the chance. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, do it. All your friends are doing it. It'll make you feel good.
Big Dan Tattooer says, I'm drawing you a cool design right now. You inspire me.
Hooray!
That's awesome.
I think I also want one that says, my pool noodle monster can beat up your pool noodle monster. And speaking of which...
Niche.
I'm going to run to the restroom.
Oh, God. Hello.
Accept her. Accept her.
One of us. Hi. Do I need to... What? Maybe? Alright, yeah. Close enough. Scott Collard asked any issues with the system tonight. No. I think we got it up and running as quickly as we could have. Jordan Easel, you did not miss much. We just really got things kicked off. Danica12 says HauntCon. I don't think we're going to HauntCon this year because it's in Vegas. More at the time. He's clearly he's smoking eels. I don't know. Right now, I'm not doing very exciting things. I've moved on from construction. I'm now just top stitching on the edges in a contrasting gold color. It's very exciting.
If someone could Google, Mrs. Brown, you've got a lovely daughter, and then the word eels, and tell me if anything pops up, I would greatly appreciate it.
No. Dan McCorson, he's gonna shake the pool noodle. Y'all.
If you don't shake the pool noodle.
Danica12 says, yeah, not going to Hong Kong this year then. Yeah, we traditionally have gone when it was in New Orleans, because it's a little closer, but it is quite a bit farther to Vegas.
And HauntCon is not going on.
Oh?
No, there is no HauntCon. It's only
the Halloween.
It's only the
costume
Halloween
show.
Expo.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. John C. says, Alan, the song that Mrs. Brown that mentions eels is, if she finds that I've been round to see you, tell her that I'm well and feeling fine.
Does it mention eels? Everybody's telling me it didn't mention eels.
Reese's Lovely Thoughts says, yay, didn't miss the stream. Hiya, all.
Hello.
Big Dog says, the pip has better picture than the main picture. It's a little fussy, Scott. Oh, Ezekiel says it says feel, but not eel. Sean Davis says, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, I am for eels.
Yes! Yes!
I am for real.
That's it. That's what it is.
Your daughter cry.
That's it. I am for eels. Okay, that is where that connection went.
That's misheard lyrics.
Okay, so that is, there's your problem. Alright, thank you very much.
Your eels have been validated.
Mrs. Robinson and Mrs. Jackson just swapped in my head for some reason. However, I am validated by 4 eels.
Jordan Easel says, is this a Krampus or an evil Santa?
This will be a Krampus. Hey, there's 2x4 under there.
Nobody likes a skinny Santa.
So, the other day, I was clearing off the table, and I picked up the hot glue gun, and I put it under my arm, and it was not turned off.
Oh, no.
And
choices were made.
my hands are hardened to those kinds of temperature abuses.
But your armpits are not.
My armpit is not. Gotta work with those armpit calories. Said no one ever. Okay,
Those are nice. Where do we get unpainted?
They're the same, except these light up.
Ooh.
Well, I don't want them to light up. So
Do we have ones that don't?
I'm just going to rip all the stuff out that makes them light up.
That makes me sad.
And then they're exactly the same.
Resurrect Costume says, apparently the rent is cheap in Alan's brain as it's filled with eels. Dianica 12 says, ouch! Yeah, on a pain level, how did that compare with electrocuting the crap out of your hand?
Well, it hurt worse because there's few pains like armpit pains.
Yeah.
See, this one is dead anyway.
Gisela Carrillo Cordova says, hey y'all, been a while since I've caught alive. You look all healed up, Alan.
I am mostly all healed up, yes.
John C. says, but I still found eels in the song.
You did? Great job.
Jordan Easel says, pit burns. Enigma says, don't skip armpit day.
No one
Reese's
should
Lovely
skip
Thought says, armpit callus. Jordan Easel says, ouchie. Mimi also says, ouch.
Yeah, I don't understand how these work, or why these work, or if they don't work. So we're just gonna glue them on.
Horror Beauty says, your eels remind me of a compilation of misunderstood lyrics like You Call Me a Banana by Leona Lewis. What's the actual lyric to that? Mike Jordan says, my hovercraft is full of eels. Bouncy, bouncy.
I don't even know who that Jordan was. And I read that out of the corner of my eye, and I saw my Lovecraft.
My Lovecraft is full of eels. Yes.
Which
makes
sense.
I mean, not know like. My Lovecraft is full of eldritch racism.
Right.
Ken Zarish says, what is the name of that mask right there?
This is actually the Gravedigger mask, but it becomes a antler Krampus. It's also the antler Krampus. Like, I'm a recycler, so I use different masks for different stuff.
Well, and he definitely looks different on a helmet than he does on the sock mask. Yeah.
His face looks a little whiter.
Big Dan Tattooer says, now you can't make armpit fart noises with your hand for a while. Hope you get the reference.
Like, that's not something that I've done since I was maybe, 9. But, yeah. I got old fast. Like, I went right from tween to 50-year-old.
Ezekiel says, every song in the world has misheard lyrics when I'm driving the kids to school. My dad is a big fan of the intentionally incorrect lyrics, just because he knew that it drove us crazy.
Alexa, countdown, 6 minutes.
6 minutes, starting now.
Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, this gets me right in the eels.
Fuck eels.
Ken Smallwood says, hello from Ohio.
Hello, Ken Smallwood.
Ken Zarish says, I like that a lot. Horror Beauty says, Stacey, the lyrics couldn't be farther off. It is, you cut me open and I... Oh, alright. Dan McCorson says, Alan's putting fog machines away. I'm putting fog machines away. What is your procedure for cleaning them?
I ask Tater every year, my friend who works for Froggy's Fog, and he tells me what to do. And because I have Tater as a friend, I don't have to remember, so I forget. Yep.
Thank you, Scott Colhart, for sharing the link for the Old Man Winter / Gravedigger.
I would keep that in my brain, but my brain is full of eels.
So full of eels.
I have caught eels by hand out of creeks in Maryland. They're super creepy because they're just super black.
Mike
Fresh
Jordan
water eels.
says, damn it. Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, now I'm yelling to shut up to my ALEXA.
Sorry. I'm here to help.
John C. says, no, it's definitely banana. Trim this side at all? That's dumb.
Boom, 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 boom. So this is the mask that I built the other day, and I'm basing it out.
Jordan Easel says, the captions say it all. You dropped an F-bomb. I did not.
Stacy!
I didn't. What? Y'all.
Now, did it write it out or did it star it? Because I've had some insubordination in the past from my text program where sometimes it stars things out and sometimes it doesn't.
I was trying to be good. I didn't, I swear.
Yeah, I like it with the eyes glowing like that.
John C. says it's already creepy with the eyes glowing.
Yeah.
Oh, Jordan says, no, Alan did.
Oh, I did not.
Ha!
It's even like in person, it's pretty rare to catch me.
Mike Jordan says, no worries. Like you said, it's an interactive channel.
I am trying to cuss more.
Having a negative effect on you.
I'm a little too. I'm perceived as being socially aloof. As society continues to degrade, and those things get more and more commonplace, it's weirder and weirder to be someone who doesn't cuss.
Fair.
And let's face it, I need every chance to relate to humans that I can take.
Tina Bodern says, Harbor Freight will have a heat gun for $10 this weekend. I'm finally getting one.
Hooray! You, sit there, you try.
So, last year we made the holiday gift guide. Is there anything new you would put on it this year that we didn't have on it last year?
Ceramic knives.
Yeah.
Faux shizzle, ceramic knives. And, did we put the little spreaders on there last time? The yellow spreaders?
No, I don't think so.
We should.
I'll check. Resurrect Costumes, there's only one way to find out.
Is this too breaking the fourth wall, having a camera on each side?
No, I don't think so. Ezekiel says, come for a drink with me. I'll teach you words that'll make a sailor blush.
Yes, you will.
Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, just fork it. Ken Smallwood is still planning on ordering a Bigfoot costume. Would there be room for some customization?
Of course. There's always room for customization.
Thank you, Scott Colhart, for the 1500 watt, 11 amp dual temperature heat gun link.
Once you press them on, like they're on.
Yeah, they live there now.
That's where they're gonna live. Okay. No, this little to the left business. None of that.
Gisela Carrillo Cordova says, hubby and I will begin converting our 12-foot Home Depot skeleton into a Krampus this weekend. Already started his horns from canned foam. That's awesome.
That's very cool.
Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, yellow spreaders and holy noodles. Sounds like a fun night. Mario says 3 a.m. Time for sleep and dream from unholy pieces of pasta. Good night, family.
Hooray! Good night, Mario.
Jordan Easel says, please keep your mouth clean. I don't like profanity. Also, Stacy, do you like being a costume seamstress? Yes. Yes, I do. And I do my best to keep my mouth clean, but I'm a filthy, filthy sailor.
Oh,
so.
Alexa, stop. I would not necessarily, that would not affect lives. Mostly, my profanity use that I'm trying to implement is with my build crew at Dark Hour.
Yeah.
Because there's also, it'd be easy to get like an us and them mentality.
Yeah.
And I don't want that.
Good night, Mimi.
So I need to be more one of the guys, eh?
But yeah, I definitely like being a seamstress. This is what I came here to do. I ended up doing a lot of other awesome fun things, but
wait, there's more.
my whole in was, hey, you need somebody who knows the way around a sewing machine. I'm your guy.
And I'm like, get to work.
You're like, what? Why? Yes.
Here's a pile of things. Enjoy.
Knock yourself out.
Am I on camera at all?
Jennifer Pugh says, timer.
I'm up.
Thank you, Scott Colehart, for linking the 6-inch ceramic chef's knife.
Alexa, turn on the air compressor. Great.
And then...
Turn and show the camera your Christmas coat handiwork.
Here, let's go back here. Tails. I look like Scott Little with his awesome red coat that he wore to Transworld.
He had a red coat.
Very like big top.
Oh, got it. Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. John C. says, Froggy's Fog has a 19-step procedure. Mike Jordan says, I like you as you are, sailor dialect or no. You seem like my kind of people.
Stacy has a sailor dialect.
That's true. I have a patch on my jacket that says, face of an angel, mouth of a sailor. Ted Gilby Holmes says, my staff says I should be less profane, but then I try, but then we run out of staples, and well, I forget.
Staples. That's the trigger.
Sean Davey says, when you're building a prop, do you eyeball the proportions, or do you use some sort of rule of thumb?
It depends on what proportions you're talking about. If you watch the spider video that I just did recently, then you'll see that I blew up an actual spider, and I built all my proportions off of that. If it's a person, I've done art long enough where those human proportions are kind of ingrained in my brain, and the ratios of...
I'm trying to get it to look at you.
Hi.
You there, buddy? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, okay.
Jordan Easel says, I dab in machine sewing, fashioning crude garments myself, usually for puppets.
Me too.
Mike Jordan says, ha! My ALEX8 can't comply. She isn't attached to a compressor. Scott Colehart says, sweet. Monkey Strap says, that coat's awesome. Jennifer Pugh says, nice coat, Stacy.
Yeah.
Jordan Easel says, I do make simple tunics here and there, though. John C. says, Stacy, I needed you 5 years ago to make an 18th century tailcoat. Susan Robinson says, looks great, Stacy. Thanks, guys. This is actually the same pattern base that we used for our Nosferatu coat, but with some significant alterations on the collar, and obviously cut so it's got tails and isn't a trench coat.
And the goal is for us to make 4 or 5 things that we can reuse well, as opposed to having to, do 20 different patterns and whatnot.
Yeah. Susan Robinson says, looks great, Stacy. Thanks. Zombie smell.
We don't have a button.
We don't have a button. I'm
So
sorry. More Art Than Time says, very cool. Coach. Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, Stacy, because of the Billie Jean reference earlier, all I can see is Michael Jackson going to a formal event seeing that coat. It's awesome looking though, to be honest. Thank you. I'm about to put some fancy braid on it, and so it'll look even more awesome.
It'll look.
Jeff Bowles is very stylish. You do great work, Stacy. Oh, thanks, guys.
Hey, Stacy.
Hey, what?
Would you rip me off 2 more pieces of paper towel that are about this size?
Yeah. Jennifer Pugh says, yay, zombie snail.
Yay! Yeah, we'll have full functionality on the live here soon, and probably increased functionality.
Longer or?
A little longer.
Yeah, well, tearing them that way, it's a lot easier. Christina Mante says, hey, creeps.
Who said what?
Christina Mante.
Hello, Christina Mantai.
And give me just a sec, guys, and I will catch up on.
This is contact cement. I want to just lock those horns in place. Antlers, we'll call them. Let's call them antlers because they're antlers.
And one to grow on.
Thanks.
Okay. Now I catch up.
What's the world saying to us,
The
Stacey?
world is saying, Larry Q says, Alan, can I just purchase the coat for my Gravedigger / Ringmaster mask?
You can, but the Gravedigger coats are a little bit different. Those are sourced elsewhere to keep my cost down.
Jordan Easel says, so about the spider, you flocked it, which means it wouldn't last long for prolonged exposure outside. How do I give it hair if I want a weatherproof spider outside?
The same way I haired the body. I mentioned that in the video. I used the yarn, just hair the legs the exact same way that I did the body. And then you can cover it with any kind of polyurethane spray as a hairspray, and you're in fine shape. Now, I could polyurethane over top of the flocking and it would probably last just fine outside, in all honesty.
Gisela Correa Cordova says, just wondering if anyone else has had to change their ALAXA wake-up name like I did. Mine would get triggered every time I'd watch one of your tutorials now and tell his ALAXA to give him a timer. Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, what did you use to thin the cement and how bad does it gum up an airbrush?
So, I use naphtha to thin the contact cement in this case, because I want it to evaporate really fast. And it will really gum up an airbrush. So that's why I do it in the black airbrush, single action. And I'm just going to throw this bottle away when I'm done spraying, basically.
Because it'll get
like,
melty.
not today, but probably tomorrow, I'll throw that bottle away.
More Art Than Time says, wife is listening and went, wait, did she say she's adding fancy braid or fancy brains? Because with them, no, definitely fancy braid.
Braid this go round.
So shiny. It's about to get Sergeant Peppery up in here. Monkey Strap says that flocking spider was cool. Masato K says, I hope everyone's good. Did he say mantlers?
I don't think I said mantlers. I called them horns and then I corrected myself.
Yeah, a couple people were asking about thinning the contact cement.
Naphtha is what I use when I'm spraying it. And yes, I did thin it.
Christina Mante says, at the haunt I work in, we're working on getting me a meat hook to hang on because we have a meat locker. I'm so excited. Heck yeah.
Oh, okay.
We did that at the very first haunt I worked at too. We had like a climbing harness, and we just hung somebody up on the hook in the harness.
I have done that before, but
it wasn't comfortable.
there's a bit of a punching bag element to that, because that is exactly how punching bags hang.
Yarp.
So I don't do that too much anymore.
Larry Hughes says, I want the style of coat in red, just like Stacy made, size large, extra large. He's more of a ringmaster now.
Easy peasy.
Yep, that's a thing we can do. I just made this one proof of concept. Okay, so the thing I was pulling on my phone to look at was Nutcracker jackets.
Where S doubling? Where is the bling?
Ba ba ba. Inches. Show me the Nutcracker. Thank you, Scott Colhart, for the naphtha link.
Some states you can't buy naphtha.
So, this is a pretty
Yep.
traditional. Hello? Papa Chuck, what's up?
Okay. While that contact cement is drying,
Doing okay.
we will do
Step outside and see if I still
an
have a phone.
actual other dry brush layer on this. Okay, so Jordan Easel. So it's an electrostatic flocking gun. The wire that goes in, it gives a positive charge to the object that you are flocking. And then the screen that the flocking goes through is actually negatively charged with a negative ion generator. And that's why it stands on end. And the flock material, it's nylon. It's nylon hairs most of the time. Most of the time I use nylon. And then, what are Stan and Rue up to? Rue right now is in an up north state. He's in Bemidji. Scott, what state is he in? I'm real close to contact cement, so I'm not thinking straight. Wisconsin? No. Up north. He's up north for Thanksgiving. That's where he is. Minnesota! Minnesota! That's where he's at. Yes, Horror Beauty, you do risk becoming a punching bag. However, if you are hanging on a hook, I think you are actually hanging like a punching bag. You are fulfilling some of the needs.
Sorry about that. It's my father-in-law. Just calling to check on me.
If you can duck and move a little bit, you have the option to run away, and hanging on a hook, you do not have the option to run away. So I'm just very careful when I employ things like that.
Okay, are we caught up?
I don't know.
All right. Blah blah blah.
Now they say Minnesota.
The quick lesson on flocking.
Did that one?
Okay. What are Stan and Rue up to?
Did that one? Oh, and Stan has moved a little further away. Stan is going through what we'll call some life changes, and he has moved a little bit further away, so he is going to be here less.
Jennifer Pugh says, does the flocking gun work better if you stick it into your own skin?
I would say no. I think you would need a much bigger charge to. I'm a pretty positive person. However, to get me to have an actual positive charge, I think you would need a bigger prod.
So to clarify, we like that arrangement of braid.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Okay. Cool. Jennifer Pugh says, "Oh no, we'll miss Stan. I think it's still gonna be around."
Yeah, he'll be around. It'll just be less. Come on, little buddy.
Body Geek says, "Howdy from I-10, driving in Florida."
Oh, hello. Where are you? Like, I realize you're on I-10. Are you leaving again for work or something? Okay. I got that cooking. I'm still waiting on that to dry up some.
Jordan Easel says, "Oh, I thought the fibers were hot."
They're not hot. There's no heat involved. I think it locked onto the Krampus.
It does.
It caught me. It got me again.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I was moving and the Krampus was like, hey, that thing's pretty still. Maybe it's not a person.
Body Geek says, "Be back in December."
Okay. Does look like Body Geek's got a lot of good work done on his haunt this week.
Yes.
Body Geeks, I think I'm going to come down in February and spend some time out there with you, if that works for you.
Heck yeah.
Alexa, count down 6 minutes.
Timer for how long?
6 minutes.
6 minutes, starting now.
Right in here. Whole thing pins. Jordan Easel says, "When y'all make fursuits, do you use fur fabric or do you glue strands of furry yarn to a spandex leotard?"
No. Neither of those.
Neither of them.
You gave us 2 choices. Neither of those are right, so that's the answer you get, sir. our hair suits are made with the basically the weave hair that we use sewn onto a fabric understructure.
By not me.
Right. Outsourcing is a wonderful thing.
It's true.
When I worked at Tandy Leather, they kind of purchased a village in China. And that's where all their leather kits and stuff were made. And everybody in the village just worked at that factory. And they bought it from some other factory, some other company.
Masato's cracking up, says you started my ALEXA.
Sorry, bud.
Is that white liquid nails?
Yes, this is regular heavy duty,
Oh, crazy.
not special projects heavy duty, which is the tan color.
Yeah. For a second there, I was like, are we siliconing these now? Like, what? Body Geek says that should work. And West Texas is a way worse than the I-10 drive.
You could have just ended that with West Texas is way
way
worse.
Period.
Right, yeah, exactly. If you've been to West Texas, you'll understand. Mike Square was raised in Odessa, Texas,
Yeah.
and that is largely his problem. I miss Mike Square.
Oh, me too. Oh.
He is a fellow action figure person,
Yeah.
so we'll talk every now and then about action figure stuff.
Resurrect costumes is fair. Yeah, there's a lot of nothing and
Sadness.
sadness.
Sadness because of nothing. The abundance of nothing.
And then at some point, the overwhelming smell of cow poop.
I think I want these horns to be keratin horns, so I'm going to run them this way, the grooves. They also look good if they're run this way, but I think I want these long style.
Nice. Jordan Easel says, would yarn, spandex, and glue work though? Perhaps a naked werewolf suit?
I mean, it's possible that it would work. I'm not going to tell you it wouldn't work.
You definitely want a
I'm going to tell you it's not the easiest way to do it.
a stretchy fabric glue.
I have spent many years tackling the perfect werewolf hairsuit problem, and I'm still like not there.
The ones that we did for Dark Hour, that are like a spandex, not a bodysuit, but like a spandex turtleneck and tights, leggings, question mark?
Yeah.
Where we sewed fur onto them. Pretty good. But it's not a full fur thing.
And it's haunt good in that lighting. For
Yeah.
that, would I send one to a promo? No, I would not.
Yeah.
And this is liquid nails that I'm putting on the horns. And this is going to give some texture to the EVA foam horns. And help make them look cool.
Cat Swift says, way, way back in my youth, two of us were hitchhiking to Florida and spent what felt like months trying to get through West Texas. Yeah? Christina Mante says, I gotta go make dinner. See you later, creeps.
20 minutes in West Texas feels like months.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Go make dinner.
I'm gonna get my sewing building. I'm gonna get a cute little pin cushion. Somewhere along the line, all of these vacated the box that they were in, and now they're
Soviet Russia, you are pin cushion.
in Soviet Russia, pins for you. Body Geek says, I wore one of those werewolf suits on Halloween. Yes, you did. They're alright.
Well, they're a mix of comfort. Like, we need to balance the actor's comfort and look. You want it to look cool, but you want someone to be able to stay in it. You know, the coolest looking costumes, you know, you can't habitate for too long. Because you die.
Yeah, every time Wes comes out and does his werewolf, I'm like, how are you not dead?
Well, he's not in it that long.
Yeah. What says, I just polished off a McRib. I'm exhausted.
Alexa, stop.
Dan McCorson says, I gotta get busy. I'm too distracted watching. See you later.
Hooray! Go make stuff. It's more important than watching me make stuff. Oddly. Probably not a good business model I have there. But hey, if I were good at business, I don't think I'd be a haunter.
Cat Swift says, I think that scenery was one of the reasons that shortly afterwards I went to Scotland. Green trees, people.
Trees. Any color of tree, really. They don't have them in West Texas.
Yeah. Got a lot of flat. Could we interest you in some flat?
West Texas, where you can't sneak up on any.
Jordan, I think that's great, but also not what we're doing here.
What's Jordan talking about? Okay, Jordan. No, I certainly do not. I don't think I have anything that I read every day.
Cobwebs, they just give them out all over the place.
They do.
Also, they put a free one in every hotel room.
So, my grandmother kept one in the bathroom.
Sure.
And back before the internet,
Yeah.
and before you had the world on your phone,
Yep.
you know, that's probably when I read the most of it.
You can work your way through Genesis.
Yeah. Yeah, where was I? Oh, there's 4 bookmarks in this. That's terrible.
You know you're in trouble if you make it to the Begats. Oh, you know what? I'm doing this the dumb way.
I'm all for anything that makes people be nicer to each other. If you find that something is making you not be nice to each other, stop doing that.
Quit it. Big Dan Tattooer says, Alan, pick a tool you use a lot so I can add it to this shirt idea. Not an airbrush, though. I use that in the master's drawing. I'm trying to have a completed design before your live ends. Testing myself.
Well, I use sculpting loop tools a lot when I'm sculpting. The caulking gun is another big one. A heat gun is
Robert's knife.
pretty standard. The Robert's razor cutter is pretty standard as far as things I'm going to use at any given night. A can of contact cement.
Cobweb says Fright Crop's catalog is pretty much my Bible.
I'm going to scrape off this excess on the side of the garbage can in case I need more later. That way I know where it is.
Horror Beauty says bathroom readers, lol. Michelle
That
Trust.
used to be a huge thing, and the children of today have no idea.
They don't know.
They don't know the pain of not having anything to read in the bathroom. Some bathroom setups, the shampoo was way over there. I have no idea what's in my shampoo anymore.
Michelle,
Not since like 99, let's say.
Michelle Trost says, oh no, I lost it. Dang, hang on.
Do you then go to your phone at that point?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they have no idea of what it was like to run to the bathroom on a commercial break.
Yeah.
Because you can't just start it back up whenever you want.
Gregory Haynes says, "Hi all, I'm here for the herring and teasing to make it wild and action-packed tonight."
It's happening. The herring will happen this evening.
Michelle Tross says, "Traveling from Odessa to Arkansas, my 10-year-old at the time daughter fell asleep. Waking up a couple hours, she asked where we were. I replied we were still in Texas. She replied, still?
Ah, foolish child.
Yep. Cobweb says, I think I used one once to hold up the wobbly leg of a table. Horror Beauty says, how long of a drive to get out of Texas? It depends on where you start. For us, I think the closest is 2 hours.
Hey, any comment that's sacrilegious, regardless of the religion, let's not read it.
Okay.
Like, I wouldn't use anyone's Bible to hold up the wobbly leg of a table. So you know what I mean? So I wouldn't say it.
Okay. Ezekiel says, when you think driving across Texas is a long way, try driving across Queensland. Horror Beauty says, heat gun you use almost every night. Body
Yes.
Geek says, don't forget the QT cup.
Oh, QT cup. Not a tool. Well, it's a tool.
Yeah.
Keeps me
keeps you
hydrated, yo.
caffeinated.
Hydrated and caffeinated.
Horror Beauty says, oh yeah, there was legit big books called bathroom readers. Kids will never understand. Just like slamming down a phone. Those were the days.
Yeah, the bathroom book of whatever it was.
Like joke books for the
the
bathroom.
book of, yeah.
It was a thing. Alright, what did I do with the dang pile of magnets?
It's a little dot that is his middle, and I'm trying to keep that lined up.
Yeah.
Now, this has gone off, so we'll switch this around. This is what it's like. We're monster juggling, everybody.
The struggle is real. Alright, that'd probably be enough. Horror Beauty says, QT cup?
What I drink out of all the time.
Monkey Strap says, that's what's great about New England. You blink and you're in another state.
Oh, yeah. When Shannon and I were talking on the phone, I was in Maryland visiting family over like the holiday. And I explained, like, I'm in Maryland. I'm going to go to a party tonight in Pennsylvania. But I'm going to pick up my friend in New Jersey first. And I have to drive through Delaware to do that. And she's like, will you be back in a couple days? I'm like, no, like the drive is going to take 45 minutes. I'm just going, you know, in
Just
a
going
little
to
loop.
New Jersey. It's fun.
Yeah.
More
Close.
art than time says, I still keep books of cartoons in the bathroom. Larry Hughes says, Stacy, can I get that jacket off the website or should I email the wife?
Message to wife.
Yeah, that's a wife one. Helen Wright says, boring question, but I think I remember you saying that spray adhesive won't hold up outside. Did I make that up?
No, you're correct. A spray adhesive is kind of a temporary bond. It does not do well long term either. Heat will break down spray adhesive.
Cat Swift says, I still keep trivia and historical fact books in the bathroom. I refuse to take a phone in there. Must have some place of privacy.
I did accidentally go to Facebook Live from the bathroom once. Luckily, the phone was on the counter, and I was like brushing my hair, ready to go out the door. But I had no idea that I went Facebook Live. Tug Hillbilly Hum says the worst was when you had read everything, but then you realize you haven't read the shampoo bottle yet. Big Dan Tattooer says still want a QT cup. They have none in Massachusetts. Yeah, hey Jordan, we have a different, well, not a different message, but let's ease down on your churchiness this evening.
Gisela Carrillo Cordova says, I live in Hobbs, New Mexico, 20 minutes west of Seminole, Texas. Takes us about 7 hours to Dallas. Not too bad. Love seeing the change from dirt to everything green. We have actually several folks in Hobbs, because
Yes.
that's where Justin Harlan's from.
Yes.
We had people that drove in from Hobbs to haunt at dark hour,
Yes.
like, every weekend. Body Geek says, I had a friend visit Texas from Minnesota and wanted me to come with him in Amarillo. He didn't realize that Boston was closer to where he lived than where I lived in Texas to Amarillo. Ezekiel says, I try not to think about licking my fingers to turn a page in my grandparents' bathroom. They had the weirdest books for kids, Reader's Digest, etc.
Hey everybody, I'm going to ask that you guys don't engage with Jordan. Let him play himself out. Already this has clogged up pretty good, and I'm not getting stuff out.
Hallie B says, hey gang, miss y'all so much. Hey Hallie.
Are you still in Pennsylvania? Or are you back? Ah! Yeah, someone asked about this contact cement clogging up an airbrush, and boy, did it.
Resurrect Costume says, are you making skin of that velvety part of the antlers?
No, I'm just using this as a reinforcement. Basically, I'm contact cementing around it, and I'm going around the base of the antler.
Hallie says, looking forward to coming back and making monsters. Body Geek says, so I was watching an old episode while driving just before Patreon started. What happened to sculpting doing shots?
What?
I don't know.
Oh, we talked about that once. I've never done it. I don't really drink, so.
Sculpting while doing shots? Oh boy.
Well, you've heard like they have like drunk cooking and stuff YouTube channels.
My Drunk Kitchen.
Right, My Drunk Kitchen.
She's fabulous.
And I had thought that it might be an entertaining episode to do a drunken sculpting. I don't drink, and I've actually never been drunk, so. But it's not like I'm morally opposed. It's just something I don't do.
Tug Hillbilly Hum says, I'm learning a new skill for the haunt I work at. You gave me a link to a good alcohol, something else. I moved too quick. He wasn't ready.
Okay. Got it. All right. Now that this is drying and the horns are drying, I'm going to go back around and do another dry brush coat on his face. I can probably do it from here.
It's an alcohol-based makeup.
Is that a question?
I missed the first part. I guess they deleted the whole thing.
Alcohol-based makeup, I like Endura, is the type, and it's from European Body Art.
Body Geek says Alan was going to take a shot every 20 minutes and the monkeys were going to have a wheel of drinks. Oh, God.
I think every 20 minutes, I wouldn't even get much sculpting done. It would probably have to be 30 minutes.
Cobweb says, we need to get you a bottle of Fireball pronto. Phobophile says, reckon it's time for me to head out. My Wi-Fi keeps giving me crap. I should probably be working on my novel anyways. Take care, y'all.
Good night.
Greyhouse Haunt says, I missed the contact cement in the airbrush talk. Do you thin it?
Yes, I thin it with naphtha. It's about 66% contact cement, 33% naphtha.
More Art Than Time says, just finished the background of the last set of this Krampus drawing. Thanks for giving me inspiration to work on it.
Hooray! I love that. I would love for you to show us your Krampus drawing when you are done.
Show us your Krampus. Cobweb says, you ever wrapped horns with crepe paper and fiberglassed over it?
No, I have not. I try to avoid fiberglass whenever possible.
Horror Beauty says, Endura is good makeup. Skin Illustrator?
Skin Illustrator is good if you want brushable. I work in the world of airbrush. I don't want to touch people. So I normally would use an airbrush makeup.
Horror Beauty says Clown Tax. Ezekiel says Clown Tax could become a drinking game for sure. Tug Hillbilly Homestead says also what's a good airbrush for basic contouring and shading. Characters are basically graveyard creatures and undead types. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Didn't mean to delete the previous message.
Your Pache H is going to be the way to go. Pache H. Pache Talon is also good.
More Art Than Time says I did post the first one in Discord last week.
Oh, sweet.
Cobweb says I hate clowns, but Evil J does some damn fine clowns.
That had, for some reason, like that air leak had a little whistle to it.
Yeah.
And it was like, burrowing its way into my ear flesh.
Body Geek says, is plural Krampus called Krampy?
No.
It's Krampusen, right?
It should be Krampusen.
Resurrect Costume says, okay, I have an idea. 3 sculptors around a turntable with blinds. Every 20 minutes they turn the turntable and continue with the next sculpt.
That would be lovely.
That would be super fun. Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, thanks.
I used to have a table for that. I had a big spinning table.
Really?
Yeah.
When was that?
It was in the other room against the stairs.
Many moons long
I traded it for... I think I traded it for the stairs.
Traded it for the stairs? Were there not stairs in there previously?
No, I traded the car lift that came with the shop for the table.
Ah.
And then I wanted stairs. Yeah. I know what I meant. I get to say it right, but I know what I meant.
More Art Than Time says Krampusa. I think isn't it Krampusen?
Yeah, I think it's Krampusen.
Alan Simpson says, on the light up eyes, do you put mesh to hide the wearer's eyes?
No, actually, like in any photo, you can't see their eyes because their eyes are set back far enough, and it's hard to look past the light. So those being out there where they are, you just don't see them.
Cobweb says, real skulls are hard. To preserve them, I put a nice coat of mop and glow on them, the floor wax. I kid you not. Well, I guess there was a conversation happening about hard coating a real skull.
Yeah, I use mop and glow all the time. Oh, it's so quiet in here with the
I know.
air leak going.
And we don't have the air conditioner on. We don't have any scrubbers on.
Right.
It's dead quiet.
Probably should have a scrubber on.
You could hear a pin drop.
And Rue's not here. let's also put in that in the equation. See how that paper towel just wraps around there and glues onto itself? throw that on the floor.
Didn't need that anyways. John C. says at Home Depot you can get Weldwood Cement Mini 3-ounce cans at $8.48 or 32-ounce for $16.98.
Often I buy the gallon. We're having a little bit of a shortage in this area. So right now I can only find small cans, but it's enough to get me by.
Horror Beauty says, what was Soul Glow from? It was from a movie, dang it.
Soul Glow?
Builder Chick says, Alan, do you have videos of you when you used to do a lot of leather work?
Not too much. I have some leather work on the Stilthy Studios channel, like I make some armor and stuff. There's probably more of that in my future. And I'm going to do a Krampus video making the Krampus harness.
Cobwebs and Tina Bodern say it's coming to America.
Okay. I was thinking Shogun of Harlem, Bruce Leroy, because he glowed at the end.
Gisela Correa Cordova says, life goal to retire and become a monster / prop maker. Every day will be Halloween.
Every day is Halloween. And it's a wonderful thing. I'm a very happy guy who loves what I do.
Helen Wright Burns coming to America. Body Geek says, if you still need the gallon, let me know and I'll see if we have it when I come up in January Monster Camp.
Cool.
John C. says, I'm just saying that the 3 ounce is strangely expensive.
Yes. Well, yeah, anytime you buy something in smaller quantities, you actually pay more. Okay. This guy, I just need him to dry and firm up, and I'll get him based out as soon as that contact cement is cured. And I'm going to continue painting the other one.
Do the thing. Horror Beauty says, Mop and Glow made me think of it. Coming to America, yes, Soul Glow. Cobweb says, Bruce Leroy and Shonuff was the last dragon.
Wait. Shonuff was from the Shogun of Harlem in the Last Dragon. Bruce Leroy, right?
That's what he said, right? Last Dragon?
Yeah, that's the movie. Yes. Shogun of Harlem was the bad guy who looked really cool, I thought. For a little while, I wanted to be him when I grew up.
Was that after Gorilla?
Probably in the middle of the gorilla phase.
Alright, tell me what you think of this. And then I'll do a little bit up here.
Looks great.
Thanks.
I can see it.
Okay.
I'm high enough, I can see it.
Okay.
Looks great.
Cool. Body Geek says, fire ants are a good way to prep a natural skeleton.
Yes.
Cobweb says, Shonuff was Shogun of Harlem.
It's helpful if you get a like a cage, like an animal trap or whatever. Close it, put your carcass in there, because often you'll have animals that carry off the bones if you don't protect them.
Cobweb says, kiss my Converse. Which I guess is from that movie?
Have you never seen?
No.
Oh, Stacy.
Are we going to have Bruce Lee Education Month?
Yeah. Bruce Leroy. Not Bruce Lee.
Bruce Leroy, okay.
Bruce
okay.
Leroy.
Gotcha.
It's very different.
Very different. Noted.
So different. This is
Metallica air guitar weirdness.
yeah.
Cobweb says, "Oh my God, Stacy, you need some Last Dragon." That is a distinct possibility.
Hey, wife.
Hello.
Did you notice Stacy getting timed out a little bit
No.
on comments?
Coming to prep some.
Oh.
Oh, hello, lovely.
I'm going to prep some. We're shipping tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But what we're shipping, I'm not there yet.
Thank you, Shannon.
It's all right. I think you're very welcome.
Jordan Easel says, "What do you think of the name Faux Papa?"
I'm just gonna prep the boxes.
The name what?
Faux Papa.
Faux Papa? It sounds like a fancy name for a stepdad. He's not my stepdad, he's my faux papa.
John C says, "Squirrels will gnaw on any bones left outside." Catswip says, "Fire ants, disappearing bones, and carcass cages. Not something I've had to think about." Ezekiel says, "I can imagine what Last Dragon is like."
You'll love it!
Cobweb says, "I think The Golden Child was Eddie Murphy's best movie."
You need to watch The Last Dragon, Ezekiel, and redeem my movie picking in your eyes. Although I do stand by that Princess Bride is a great movie.
Big Dan Tattooer says, "I just did a design of Shogun of Harlem and tattooed it."
Oh, sweet!
John C says, "Hi, Shannon."
Hello. Greetings all. So prep some boxes. And I've got that one blanket ready to go.
Yeah.
Just in case, because you're going in tomorrow.
Yes.
And I will be out early as well.
Cobweb says, "Squirrels will gnaw horns off in each skull." Jennifer Pugh says, "I'm going to drop off. Everyone either have a happy Thanksgiving or a nice Thursday."
Bye, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Pew, pew, pew.
I've got to go get us some more boxes.
Your face is going to get us some more boxes.
Okay,
Your
your
mom's
mom's
gonna
got to
get
get
us
us
some
some
more
more
boxes.
boxes.
No, she's all the way in another city. I don't think that'd be very helpful. Then you got to ship boxes to yourself, and that's counterproductive.
Bonnie
Awesome.
says, "Princess Bride is awesome."
Yes.
Cobweb says, "Princess Bride is in 4K on Amazon Prime now."
Sweet. Maybe as Ezekiel gets older, he'll appreciate it more.
Jordan Easel says, "Hi, Miss Hops."
Hello, Jordan.
Okay. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 8:57 p.m.
It's incredible.
Jordan Easel says, "How do you make your banana pudding?"
Here's something I found from you.
Alexa, stop. Because you're going to be wrong.
Well, I don't know. You know, she's probably gonna take the easiest route.
If she ain't baking no custard, then she ain't on
She
it.
doesn't bake custard. She probably uses box pudding.
Yeah, gross.
John C says, "You can buy domestic beetles online."
Ugh.
We've been talking about defleshing stuff.
No.
Ezekiel says, "Princess Bride could be in 9K gold on Amazon Prime and I still wouldn't watch it again."
Just wait. Next time you fly to the States, that's going to be the only airplane movie.
Cat Swift says, "Shannon, I'd buy cheap tan spray paint to hit those labels when we're using boxes at my mail/packaging store. Quicker, easier."
That's gonna make it a sticky mess, cat.
Body Geek
Till it
says,
dries.
"I want the big Dark Hour witch head made into a puppet prop."
Well,
Low
you
on
can do
boxes.
that because, wait, which witch head?
Which witch?
Because the one that the gimbal witch that does the movements, that's a Gorgalore piece, and he could do that for you. But if you mean the big head that we did in the graveyard and somewhere else, then we could do that.
Cobweb says, "The third world just doesn't understand good humor. I think they're jaded from the environment always trying to kill them."
That's true.
Mike Jordan says, inconceivable!
Like the fire swamp is not a good plot device for
For a place that actually has a fire
Ezekiel.
swamp.
Like that's him going to his car. You know, his driveway is more dangerous than the fire swamp.
Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, have you ever done a frost Krampus? One that looks frozen is what I mean.
Maybe 16 of the. Yes. Yeah. I've made a lot of Krampuses.
Good night, Scott Colehart.
And frosty and icy is a pretty common request.
Catswood says, it dries in just a couple minutes. Cobweb says, unemployed in Greenland.
Right. Stop that rhyming, I mean it.
Anybody want a peanut? Body Geek says, no, the new one you just sculpted between the two smaller ones. The witches in the Three Sisters area.
Oh, okay, yes. Yes.
Ezekiel says, we only understand great humor, so you settle for good. John C says, in Australia you can use a box of crocodiles to deflesh a skelly. I don't know if Amazon sells them. Reese's Lovely Thought says, I'm waiting for Vizzini. Jordan Easel says, did it ever occur to you that the faux papa is also a pun? Like a weird dad who always makes things awkward?
Oh, yeah.
Like a faux pas. But
I'm just thinking like a faux papa is a...
I like it when you call me faux pas.
It's like a step. You know, that's what it is. All right, let's get some brown airbrush juice.
Scuba Steve says, hi guys. Hey, Scuba Steve. Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, well, I try to be original.
It's not that you are not original, it's just that I have done a lot of stuff.
So many things.
What are you looking at?
Cobweb says, yeah, great humor. He thinks Crocodile Dundee is an Academy Award winner.
I love Crocodile Dundee. I love that movie. And
Cobwebs and Ezekiel are going to fight.
my favorite Super Nintendo game was The Adventures of Bayou Billy.
I'm sorry, sir. Get out of that trash can.
Yeah, because you'll be covered in liquid nails.
Yeah. It'd be a bad day for you, pupper. Ross Richard says, your faux papa is going to get us more boxes. Ezekiel says, Crocodile Dundee is a national embarrassment. He goes with Foster's. Resurrect says that this is how Krampus started a national incident. Are we at war with Australia? Crap.
We are now. Thanks, Goblin.
John C. says, I have a non-alcoholic beer for my stepdad. I saved it for faux papa. Nerds. Cobweb says, Rob, never start a land war in Asia.
Yeah, when Rob was here, he would always, try to figure out things that I haven't done. He's like, have you ever done a haunt room where you did this, this, and this? Like,
Yep.
Yeah, 1994.
Ezekiel says, go on, call it a bear, I dare you.
All right, we're gonna send Ezekiel a case of Foster's beer as an apology.
Only for use as projectiles.
Yeah, to throw at people who come near him.
Yeah.
Not to drink.
Not to drink, yeah.
No one wants to do that.
Mike Jordan says, faux papa is 1/3 less calories than a regular papa.
I like it when you call me faux pop.
Yeah, that's right. Tina Bowden says, hi, Miss Shannon and puppies. Body Geek says, inconceivable. Cat Swift says, MHC, Keith and Az at the bar. Can't wait for it. Oh, yeah, that's going to be a wild night. Cobweb says, only slightly lesser known as this. Never go against a Sicilian when death is on the line. I have to see if I can find pictures of the guy who performed our wedding ceremony. He did the whole thing. He made his own, priestly gear. It was fabulous.
I don't know if I should be concerned that Cobwebs and I line up on what we think of as good entertainment. I don't know if that's a good thing.
Tug Hillbilly Helmstead says, I see Alan with his holy noodle looking at Mario saying, that's not a noodle. Pulls out a mega noodle. Now that's a noodle.
They do sell mega noodles at foamnoodle.com.
That's right. Resurrect Costume says, I haven't had my Jonesy fixed. How's my kitty friend?
He is. I heard him outside the door earlier. He is keeping a low profile right now.
Who are you looking for?
Jonesy.
Bones Jones.
L'Orange.
Okay.
Cat Swift says, wild night. Wild weekend.
A quick prep on this. This is our Krampus box.
That'll fit.
Will it, I know it'll fit antlers. Will it fit this guy?
Yes. Yeah, that box is made for him.
Okay. Then I'm going to prep two, one for him and one for the antlers.
Okay.
Mike Jordan says, marriage. Yeah, that was one of the best parts of our wedding, was that my parents had not seen Princess Bride. And so when Shane Thompson started doing the whole bit of marriage, most of the people in attendance started cracking up. And my parents, my dad specifically, was like, why are all your friends laughing at this man's terrible speech impediment? What sort of horrible people are you friends with?
And what's funny is that is what they're doing.
Yeah, of
like
course.
That really is what they're doing. And my understanding is it was supposed to be a normal ceremony, and that actor was just messing around.
Yeah, that's funny.
And they kept it. They're like, no, keep doing that. And he's like, really?
Ezekiel says you're going to need a catheter to go drinking with me, Cobweb. Jordan Easel says Faux Papa is going to be the new Buffalo. Body Geek says, Alan, you're okay until you start throwing things around the shop after you talk about them. I bet Cobweb takes an hour to clean up after a video.
I don't stab enough tables.
Cobweb says, I'll bring an IV bag and fill it with Fireball. Oh, God. Jordan says, I'll be sure to make it a regular thing. Cobweb says, say man and wife. Man and wife.
It was in front of one of the new people at the haunt this year.
Yeah.
I said something like, me and Rue were talking, and they were like standing near us, but
Yeah.
they were new, like fresh baby haunters.
Yeah.
And he asked if I had time to do something, and I said something. My wife's murder to plan. You know, I went into the Prince's. I don't have time. I love to watch you work, but yeah. And Rue, of course, got it, and the young actor was immediately appalled and horrified.
Yep.
That I was planning my wife's murder.
Mike Jordan says, that's hilarious. At least you didn't also have someone go, hey, Abbott, a la Men in Tights.
Abbott. Okay.
Oh, check it out. Body Geek says, I'm eating Bucky's takeout in a rest area somewhere on I-10 in Florida watching the Creepers channel. Aw.
Hooray!
Oh, that's awesome. Big Dan Tattooer sent me the design for Shogun of Harlem. I imagine this is cooler if you know the reference, but
Show it to the
it
camera.
is still pretty
I see
cool.
it. That is cool.
Fancy. That's pretty boss.
Would you grab me 2 blue paintbrushes, please?
Yes.
And you will see that I've restocked the blue paintbrushes.
I did. I saw that earlier when I retrieved one for cleaning my sewing machine.
And you said, dang, that's a lot of blue paintbrushes.
Heck yeah. Jordan Easel says, now that I think about it, Faux Papa just sounds like a dumb villain.
I like it when you call me faux papa. I don't know. It's catchy, Jordan. It's catchy. A lot of your names of things are pretty esoteric, but I think that one has a ring to it.
Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, my haunt is hoping to do a Christmas event next year. Plan to order a few things. When's a good time to place orders for turnaround in time?
March. Trans World Time. Like, I had to talk 2 people today out of Krampus costumes because, you know, I'm not going to get it to them in time for their event. They have waited too long.
Mike Jordan says, do get some rest. If you haven't got your health, you haven't got anything.
It used to be, yeah, that's right. It used to be that I would kick off my making stuff for Christmas and Thanksgiving, and now I'm full. Like, my plate is full. I already know everything I'm going to make now through holiday season.
Jordan Easel says, you should fabricate some samurai armor.
I've made samurai armor. I used to do some kendo, and I enjoyed it. And the kendo armor is the cheapest way to outfit a samurai, which is where that came from and went to. A little bit of color on the ears. See, the ears are thin, so they're going to have blood closer to the surface. So that's why your ears kind of appear pinker. And it's cold out, so I'm going to make the end of his nose have that blood in it also, like people get when they have cold noses.
Come on. Cobwebs. You can track a falcon on a cloudy day. He will find you.
All but your 4 fastest, of course.
Busted. Jordan Easel says, I have plans to make deer meat spaghetti.
That's great.
Nope. Nope. Come now. Seriously? Is this the thing we're doing? Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, signing off for the night. Thanks all for the free knowledge you give. Always love watching you work.
Good night. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Buenos noches.
And now we test the filter.
What is it?
Because Stacy's probably about to use bad words. About to cuss at a sewing machine.
Mike Jordan says, no SCA armor. You seem like a good, upstanding Anstorian? That is the area that we live in, right? For SCA stuff.
I don't know the name. I would play with them every now and then when they came to Scarborough Fair.
Yeah.
But I'm a little bit more of an ARMA guy than I would be a SCA guy.
They like the costuming from the SCA, but I'm busy.
I like to sword fight, but I don't want to only do it if I'm wearing linen underwear.
Yeah. Builder Chick says, don't forget the gloss on the ears.
I will, for no reason. Oh, Ozbot. No one told me Ozbot's pointing the wrong way.
Sorry. Busy cutting a sewing machine. Do we have any sharps?
Any what?
Microtex needles, maybe? I want to say I brought them.
If you ask me to buy them, then they're there.
Okay.
If you've never asked me to buy them, then
Maybe not.
probably not.
Well, sometimes I bring stuff, though. Cobweb says, naturally, not those four.
so I have to let this dry a little bit more.
French noodles.
The horns need about 10-15 more minutes. Then they can get a super special pat down. Okay. Yeah. Because it's not coming off my finger, but I can tell it's a little too wet. He looks better from earlier today, doesn't he?
Yeah. Gisela Carrillo Cordova says, well, guys, as much as I love monster making, I gotta get back to pie making, or the monsters in my family will attack me. Happy Turkey Day, y'all.
You making that pie?
Right, we are prepped.
Okay. So when I knock these guys out, I will load them up.
Yeah, everything's ready to go. Ooh, Stacy, that
Aha.
old braid is amazing.
I know, and it's, fortunately, we have some sharps needles. Otherwise, I was about to make some swear words on YouTube.
Ooh, it's so pretty.
And sew it all on.
Oh, listen.
A fate worse than
I was
death.
gonna say this is about to become a very expensive jacket. Jordan says, good night, I'm off to bed.
Good night, sir.
Robert White says, looks good, Alan.
Thanks.
Mike Jordan says, yep, I was fringe SCA at best, but mainly in Callantyre, Kansas City, Missouri. And long ago, I did some LARP and living history, but I'm mostly just a gaming geek.
Yeah, I like to hit people with sticks. I like that part of it very much.
Ezekiel says, do you celebrate Thanksgiving just the 25th, or is it a weekend thing?
It's just the last Thursday in November.
For you.
And then leftover sandwiches many days after that.
For us, it's the full weekend. We do Thursday. This year, we only have 3. Thursday, Thanksgiving proper is our Friendsgiving. Friday with the in-laws. Saturday with my parents. Cat Swift, Stacey, are you trying to sew something other than sharps or microtex? If so, you're very brave. I was trying to sew this with a standard needle. Fortunately, I did at some point bring microtex here. Because this has got, I don't know if I showed you guys the trim or not, it's got metallic in it. I knew better, but I wasn't 100% sure I had these in stock. Let me show you guys this is the braid we're using. It's lovely, but that metallic in it is making me murdery.
Yeah, sewing metallics is hard. I think it was the Egyptian stuff that made you bring the other stuff in.
Yeah, I think that may have been.
Okay, now while that's all drying, whoosh, we
Horror
go
Beast is
over
I wish I
here.
could sleep in. More Than Art says Boffer swords are the best. Heck yeah. Body Geek says I shopped one Black Friday for 16 hours straight and I filled the expedition 3 times. The girl said enough shopping already.
Wow.
Yikes on bikes.
I might buy something. I don't buy stuff on Black Friday. I think Dick Blick is having an art supply sale. Maybe.
Maybe.
I need this to be better, darker, blacker than it was before. I have the technology. It's an airbrush. That's the technology.
Yeah, I know that to be the case. Horror Beauty says fancy. Cobweb says, oh Christ, glitter braids. It's not glitter, it's metallic.
I don't know what your opposition is to glitter, sir. I think glitter, there's a perfectly fine place in the world for glitter.
He thinks there is too, just his place
His
is the trash
place is
can.
the garbage, yeah. That's where I'll agree.
Ezekiel says, I just want to eat turkey. I'll see if I can find one.
I bet there's enough expats in Australia, you'll be able to find the turkey. Alright, so is expatriate a American term for former Americans living in other countries? Or does every country call them expatriates when they move to another country?
I mean, I think that's the verb is to expatriate, right? Is to leave your...
Well, that's our verb.
Catswood says, I would glue it before I tried a regular needle. Listen, I got pretty far.
Get away.
Hot glue is my friend.
Yeah. Cobweb says Pumpkin Pulp has a sale starting tomorrow.
Cool.
Horror Beauty says glitter is the herpes of the craft/makeup world, Ellen. I wish people would stop saying that.
Why is that?
Because I just think it's not nice.
To glitter?
Yeah. And I don't think it's, great stigmatizing STIs either.
I suppose. I'm way happier with stigmas than you are, though.
That's true.
You do you. You know what to say?
Yeah. Ezekiel says glitter is in the same box as Princess Bride.
Wow. The crew tonight. Everybody's got tea. My goodness. Happy holidays.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go make a drink.
Cobweb says glitter is like getting poo stuck on your hand. You just feel dirty, like everyone's looking at you.
I don't mind it.
Body Geek says Home Depot has the LED cafe light bulb strings on sale for 25% off for Black Friday.
Cool.
Ezekiel says no, we use expats too.
Okay.
Mike Jordan says X is the Latin for outside.
I just thought it was like a very mean thing to say. They used to be a patriot, now they're an ex-patriot because they moved.
Caspo says glitter, work in a fabric craft store this time of year. Come home every night covered in that shite. Big Dan Tattooer says every morning I have 6 wild turkeys in my yard.
And there's some ecological reasons to not like glitter.
Yeah, for sure.
My wife hates closing doors. I'll be right back.
Ross Richard says glitter has no feelings. Helen Wright says expats to the UK too.
Who did she say uses expats also?
The UK.
Okay, well, they also speak English. Yeah, so far it's English-speaking countries use that term.
Cobweb says, I have no qualms about blaspheming glitter to the highest degree. Josh Newman says hi. Josh Newman, no relation.
Hey, got it. Yes. Hi, Josh.
Tank says, I'm a little behind, but I caught up with the last Thursday in November part. Isn't it the 4th? Taking into account some Novembers with 5 Thursdays?
I don't know.
Question mark?
Yeah. You're asking date questions. You got the wrong guy. Is it even especially dark over here right now? Like, this camera is really dark.
Yes, but I don't know why.
Because I normally work, like, right over here.
Oh, sweet mother of microtext.
Yeah.
It's doing the thing I need it to do. Yay.
That helps a bit.
Ezekiel says, yeah, ecological reason is 8-year-olds, and she throws it around like oxygen.
Well, it also, like, it doesn't go away.
Yeah, you want biodegradable glitter.
It's a shredded microplastic. Apparently there's lots of glitter in the ocean.
Yeah.
Turtles are complaining.
Helen Wright says, yep, but expatriate, not patriots. So, no guilt.
Okay. I wasn't saying I felt bad.
No. Like, the spelling of the word is different. It's Patriate, not Patriots.
It just sounds very similar.
Yes. A homophone.
Hey, what'd you call me?
Cobweb says, the glitter that was made in the 70s is still around.
I'm not gonna lie.
Cat Swift says, I really like it when the next customer wants fabric cut and wants me to clean up the glitter on the counter. I tell them if we don't want glitter, be at the store when it opens. I literally just watched that interaction today while I was buying this braid. Gal was like, yeah, I was going to set this over on the counter over there, but it had glitter all over it. And she was like, yeah, this counter does too. Sorry. Nothing I can do. Justin M says expat is just short of expatriate. Expatriate. More Art Than Time says thanks for being our making stuff inspirations.
Hooray!
Justin M also says hello.
Hello!
Howdy, howdy. Body Geek says so is the shag. What?
I don't know. Stuff I don't know. This and more. I assume it's terrible.
Ezekiel says, go for a toilet visit in the middle of the night. You wonder why your downstairs bits are shining like epoxy teen movie vampire.
I've never had that glitter experience.
Oh, thank you, you sweet, merciful angel. Justin M says, expatriate simply means not living in the country you have citizenship with, not that you're less patriotic.
Right. But an expatriate would mean that.
Former patriot. Oh, that's so good. That's so strong.
Yeah.
Captain Margaret says, so jumping in late, but I watched an episode of one of the zoo programs yesterday where they use biodegradable glitter in polar bear feed so they can test the individual's poo for hormones, etc. More than you wanted to know.
Awesome. See, glitter has its uses.
I freaking love it.
You are of an inclination to love it.
It's true. Cobweb says disco balls.
Oh, that's funny with Ezekiel's earlier comment. Yeah.
Cobweb says poor bears.
For the time I had a heat gun in my hand and I was using, oh, there it is.
You know, in that place, the thing, the deal.
Yeah, where the heat guns live.
Ezekiel says, I don't think my cat likes my daughter's fascination with glitter either. Poor kid, Yuki.
The glitter's not fun to chew.
Yeah, I imagine. Monkey Strap says, I think we've officially hit the TMI segment of glitter. Yep.
So when you just hit the sewing machine, this bogged down. The heat gun bogged down a bit.
Are we plugged in the same?
Same circuit.
Aha. Well, we're going to hold off.
No, you're good.
Justin M says, if we didn't have glitter, how would we be able to research how glitter affects the hormones in polar bears? Makes sense. Catslip says, when you think you have a bad job, just remember the guy who tests the polar bear poo.
I don't know. He gets to work with animals.
I was going to say, I bet that guy went to school to do that. Like,
He probably loves his job.
yeah, he's living his best life.
He's happy he moved up from penguin poop. That's what rookies get.
Tank says, glitter gets in my pores and usually takes 3 showers to get it out. I don't like it.
I don't like glitter. So there was
In your pores, that's a bummer.
a video. I forget what it was. It was some kind of a backstage video. And Yngwie Malmsteen was on it.
Ooh.
And
Sounds like an IKEA
Yngwie
shelf.
has an accent.
Mm-hmm.
And he was complaining about donuts. And he would say like, I don't like donuts. Or, boy. I
Yeah,
forget
do that
his
accent right now.
yeah, it's gone. But me and my other friend, we laughed about that for years. Anytime he saw donuts, he would say, I don't like donuts. But that's not Yngwie Malmsteen's accent. He doesn't sound like an Irish kid. I don't know. But yeah. Yngwie Malmsteen is a guitarist for those who don't know. He's a guitarist for everyone.
Even those.
Even those who don't know. It's still guitars.
Cobweb says, I saw a video where a guy filled his wife's car vents with glitter and hid cameras in the car. When she started her car, whoosh, glitter everywhere. Ooh.
Awesome.
Mike Jordan says, I've known too many dancers in Ren Fair, Faye, not to have come to terms with glitter. Listen, my ex-mother-in-law has a 5-pound bag of this super fine micro clear glitter at all times. And before leaving the house, would literally, it has one of those big makeup brushes in it and would just douse her everywhere.
Who is this?
Sid McCurry.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably more glitter than I'm comfortable with.
Oh, listen. You couldn't be within 3 feet of her and not be covered in glitter.
Well, now we know.
Yep. Ezekiel says, Ingwe, Swedish accents say, I don't like donuts every time I see donuts, and that was from a Panthers video. Hilarious. Cobweb says, Ingwe is just a noodler.
I guess he is Swedish. That makes sense. I wish you were smart enough to I can't find him. Let's try the other direction.
Oh, yeah. I definitely thought you meant me, and I was like, well, I'm sorry.
I'm talking about the camera.
Great, I'm gonna cry on TV. It's been great. Mike Jordan says, yikes. Ezekiel says, Ingwe is fire. Cobweb says, dumpster fire. Woo, they're gonna fight again.
I feel like Ezekiel is more passionate about guitar stuff, probably, than Princess Bride jokes. Although he is really passionate that koalas are not bears. That was a surprise of how, yeah.
Ezekiel says, Pantera video. Gotcha.
Hey, could have been Steel Panther. And that may have been the video. That may have been what I'm talking about. I have no idea. It was a long time, and I've never been as into music as my friends were.
I freaking love Pantera, though.
And this just calms this down, now that it's kind of skinned over, and makes it look more organic as opposed to machined.
Machined. Ezekiel says, and you did a pretty good accent version.
I do like donuts.
Oh no. I played Bob and Thread Chicken and lost.
I see.
Wop, wop, wop,
You're losing all of the chickens. You'll have no chickens left.
No chickens left. Ross Richard says, Malmsteen is a really good guitar player.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cobweb says, koalas are just mini bears.
Poke, poke, poke.
I can hear Ezekiel's head spinning from here.
Ant pile, poke, poke.
Cat Swift says, Alan, you had to go there.
What?
Cobweb says, Vi is a great guitar player. Stevie Vai?
Yeah.
I knew that reference.
Some people say someone was arguing vehemently of what an excellent guitar player Santana is.
Carlos Santana.
Carlos Santana.
Yeah, he's a pretty good guitar player.
Yeah, I think, I think of him as more like a rhythm guitar player.
Oh, yeah?
All his stuff is really catchy, but I don't know if it's as technical.
Well, he's a better guitar player than I am.
Well, yeah, they're all better guitar players than I am. As I do not actually play guitar.
Yeah.
In any sense of the word. I can use one to make noise, but not guitar-like noises.
Dying cat noises.
Not even. That has a use, a value. You got to babysit these horns and hit them at the right time, and then you can get some good texture.
Tank, I just can't do it, Captain. I don't have the power. Ezekiel says, 1 jar of koala bear juice is on its way to Cobwebs for Christmas. Open that and you'll never get rid of the smell. Oh, God. Is it going to be mixed with glitter? Mike Jordan says, Joe Satriani.
Okay.
Ezekiel says, Santana is awful. Take it from a real guitar player. Woo!
Yeah, see, I thought he was more of a rhythm guy. Catchy, Like, I'm not going to say anybody in Kiss is a great guitar player.
Yeah.
But they sell some albums, so they have qualities that people enjoy. Although maybe not technically the greatest musicians in the world. It's all about the show sometimes.
Big Dan Tattooer says, koalas are bears if you order them off Wish. Cobweb says, Prince was a phenomenal guitar player, and even Az can't deny that one.
Prince was a very good guitar player. I heard him make very guitar-like noises.
Maureen Castley says, Satriani equals yes.
I don't.
Was he the guitar player for Yes?
I've heard the name Joe Satriani when it comes to guitar and people talking, but
There's a whole Who's on First bit for that, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Tank says Santana is an acquired taste. His solos, he solos, even collabed with Matchbox 20 in the 90s.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. And he made Matchbox 20 better.
Yeah, Rob Thomas was definitely elevated by Santana.
Not good. Rob Thomas.
By himself?
Yeah.
I like Matchbox 20. Body Geek says, I was impressed by Prince's guitar playing ability. He was a natural with all instruments I've heard. Cobweb says, Satriani's a great player, loves surfing with the alien. Ezekiel says, Prince can play.
Now let's do some better living through spray paint.
Ezekiel says, Joe and Steve, deaf great. I only bought this particular braid because they didn't have enough yardage of the one that didn't have metallic in it.
I see.
Harumph.
So now I'm altering my light. I'm going to walk this way because I think... Oh no, I won't be able to turn that much.
Cobweb says, I think we can all agree that SRV is probably the best. Stevie Ray Vaughan. Tank says, I play guitar / while not technically proficient, is my favorite guitarist. Ezekiel says, Matchbox 20 shudders. Listen, Matchbox 20 was a big deal in the 90s when I was a teenager. And so, that was totally my genre.
Because you are 11. That's why.
I'm 37.
Because you are 11 years old.
Tank says, yes, Prince is a true musician. Ezekiel says, there is no best.
Yeah, there is no best. I'm a CC DeVille fan. I like CC DeVille. Who was Bon Jovi's guitarist? I thought he was good. Because I enjoyed the songs that he played guitar on.
Cobweb says, there is in Texas, Ezekiel, and his name is Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Well, there is that.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, yes. Yeah, Texans definitely have opinions about the Vaughns. Oh, wait, you lost Ozbot.
Dang it, Ozbot. Where do you think I went?
Ross Richard says Richie Sambora.
Richie Sambora, yeah. We ate with him at a Denny's.
Really?
Yes. It was me, my buddy John, Richie Sambora, and Ace Frehley.
Nice.
Post a comic convention horror show in New Jersey.
Nice. Ezekiel says, yeah, everything in the 90s, vomit. I had a really eclectic music taste in the 90s because I was a teenager, but also my dad is a hippie. So I, like, was rocking out consistently to both Jewel and, like, Carole King.
Hold on. I'm going to correct this. No one rocks out to Jewel.
Listen.
Okay? No one rocks out to Jewel.
I was enjoying.
You're there and Jewel happens.
I was enjoying Jewel.
And then you start crying for no reason.
Carole King.
Because Jewel makes sad music for sad people.
Monkstrap says SRV is God and I'm not from Texas. Mike Jordan says I'm 37, I'm not old. See? I'm 37, I'm not 11.
He said he's not old. He didn't say he wasn't 11.
Mike Jordan says, I wish, though. I just turned 50. Oh! I was feeling some solidarity there for one brief moment.
Ha! None for you. You get no solidarity.
I can't get no burning.
Solidarity.
Ezekiel says, EVH is God for the rest of the universe. Tank says, hell yeah, I'm meeting legendary guitarist. Go Ellen.
So, my buddy John is a musician, and he had bright red hair, like natural, and it just like it got him noticed and like got doors opened, and also very, very expressive person and just very full of life. You know, had his own opinions, would speak up, would talk to people, and you know, he'd be like, "Hey, can I have that?" And you know,
And they'd be like, sure.
right? Other people just wouldn't ask, you know.
Ross Richards says, who can save your soul? Definitely not Jewel. Ezekiel says, throwing copper. Damn, are we still that depressed? Tank says, Jewel worked on TSA's Christmas album in 1999, and yes, a tearjerker.
TSA.
Trans-Siberian. Nope, just kidding. I don't know.
Texas State Highway Authority. Some TSA have something to do with airplanes.
Her parents have like a TV show?
Oh, I thought you said her full of regrets.
No, like they're like homesteaders in Alaska, and they have had a TV show for a while.
Yeah. That sounds like popular TV in 2020.
Yeah.
Anyone having really hard times. Let's watch that.
Let's watch that. Swift says, Stacey, that's what my kids had. Born in the mid-'80s, but could discuss the old versus new Clapton when they were small kids and yet were into grunge. Yeah, exactly. Ezekiel says, it's no wonder they all killed themselves from the 90s. Dang!
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Okay, yeah, I was right. TSO, Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Okay.
Ezekiel says Soundgarden's the only ones worth listening to from the grunge movement. I like Soundgarden.
I had a mood where I enjoyed Alice in Chains, but not like I've never seen them in concert or anything, but I thought their music was angry enough for me at the time. And like grunge, so I was very much a hair metal guy. I mean, probably my favorite genre of music is hair metal.
I was gonna say.
I'm still a hair metal guy. But grunge came on after that. Like grunge was the very next phase. And I kind of think what happened was there were leaders in hair metal who, you know, your Bon Jovis, your Warrants, your Poisons, Queensryche, who kind of like led hair metal. And then there was Nirvana led grunge, and everybody else was second place, like, and distant. And then when, and I don't know music, I'm talking out of my butt, this is my experience. When Kurt Cobain killed himself, it's like that ship had no rudder and no one was leading it. And it just spiraled into all this, you know, there wasn't a direction for grunge.
There was a really good article on this exact thing.
It fragmented.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that I can relate it to is like, my family used to get together for Christmas until my grandmother died.
Right.
And then that one big family gathering that you looked forward to became, well, there's something at their house and their house and their house and their house. And it split grunge music.
Yep.
Which I was never a huge fan of grunge because I knew it killed metal. So I was mad at it. But
Cobweb says Cornell hung himself. Ross Richards says, I saw Guns N' Roses in Chicago, and Alice in Chains opened for them. It was their last night on the concert.
Yeah, Guns N' Roses also led hair metal quite a bit. Huge.
Poison
huge
Mac says, best guitarist you guys have never heard of, Richard Thompson, Vincent Black Lightning, 1952, Modern Child Ballad.
Okay.
Cat Swift says, my very blonde, blue-eyed, prim, proper daughter always looked at a place at metal concerts, but knew more than most anyone there. Mike Jordan says, definitely. I wish TSO would do another live online show this year. We watched last year and it was awesome. Body Geek says, Nine Inch Nails' Pretty Hate Machine was my go-to gate music. Hate music, sorry. Cat Swift says, when music is in your being, you like many forms as long as it's good. Tank says, hair metal here too. Cobweb says, love Nine Inch Nails. Me too. Monkey Strap says, my music tastes hit the 90s and said, no freaking way. We're staying in the 50s through 80s. Ezekiel says, Pantera saved the 90s. Tina Bowden says, grew up a few miles from Trent Reznor, always ran into him at restaurants on Christmas.
Yeah, Pantera was just harder, angrier metal. I've gotten in many parking lot mall fights to walk.
Lost your
again.
Yeah, that's quality fight music.
Yeah. If you're not getting into a fist fight while listening to Walk by Pantera, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, follow me.
Tank says, damn, Ellen, deep. I agree. Mike Jordan says, me too, Ellen. More heavy metal, especially power metal, but yeah, up the irons. And I disliked grunge initially for the same reason. It killed metal.
Yeah.
See, my first exposure to metal was getting into Metallica when Load came out.
Load.
Yeah. But that was my intro to Metallica, but then I got really into Metallica.
My favorite music review ever was Metallica Load. And the review said, yep, it was.
But then from there, it was like everything I could possibly get my hands on.
Oh, I love old Metallica. You know, A Wolf and Man.
Oh, yeah.
The Ride the Lightning album.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hyper-focused on that in the way that the ADHD absolutely is great for. Mike Jordan says, me too, Alan. More heavy metal, especially power metal, but yeah. Oh, no, they're right. Ezekiel says, grunge was garbage because none of them could really play live. I saw nearly all of those 90s bands, and they were awful live. Ezekiel says, oh, Stacy. Listen!
No.
Like, my dad was a hippie, so, like, the music that I grew up with, like, my very first concert was Peter, Paul, and Mary.
The worst band I ever saw live was Slaughter. They were the worst band I've ever seen live. It sounded terrible. Terrible.
Cobweb says the 80s dropped serious bombs. Born in the USA, Pyromania and Hysteria, Purple Rain, Appetite, License to Ill, Master of Puppets. Oh yeah. Tank says, remember what was on the cover of the Load album? Yep, sure do.
No.
It was a load.
For the poop?
Nope.
Oh, a load of what?
What else could be considered a load that you expel?
Oh. I see.
Yeah.
How mildly inappropriate. You lost me at expel. Probably need to turn on one of the air purifiers.
Yeah,
I have fogged this up a little bit.
Alright, hang on. Cobweb says, leaving on a jet plane? Oh yeah. Ezekiel says, Peter, Paul, and Mary is a great foundation. What happened? Well, you know, you gotta rebel somewhere, right? My parents were not excited about the Metallica. Body Geek says, when Creed came out, I thought we may be going back to 80s style, but they imploded. Mike Jordan says, the first band I saw live was Pink Floyd. Tina Bodern says, gotta get some sleep. Hope everyone has a great turkey day.
Creed has a song called Rusted and Weathered that I really enjoy. Because it almost sounds like they're getting old and breaking down, and they're okay with it.
Dennis Flower says, and blood. Yeah, it was that and blood. On the cover,
Okay.
on the cover of Load. Cobweb says, Creed was amazing, saw them 3 times before Implosion. Monkstrap says, I hated Cars concert, it sounded great, but I might as well have stayed home and listened to their album. Cat Swift said, that is so cute that it took Alan so long to get that. Aww.
I don't. I think in different terms.
It's a colloquialism. Alan would never do anything so vulgar.
Okay, we're getting there. I think this guy, does he have he's a blue haze? No, he gets a little bit of copper on him. That's what he gets. Weather, that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, good song.
That'll go on the Alabama playlist.
See, and there's stuff on, I actually played it on the last
Oh, yeah?
one. There's stuff from Metallica's later stuff, like the Saint Anger album,
Yeah.
that I enjoy a few songs. Like Warrant had one of their later albums was Dog Eat Dog. A lot of good songs in that album.
Tank says, With Arms Wide Open came out just a little bit before my son was born. I still think about him when I hear it.
As you should.
Pop-up says, same here, Tank. Cobweb says, my boy is 22 now.
Wow. You just made me feel old.
It's only, I guess, 3 years older than my son. Justice will be 20 in June.
You also make me feel old,
Well, I thought I was 11.
which is why I feel old.
Helen Wright says, it's looking good. Cobweb
Thanks.
says, Death Magnetic was a kick-ass album.
Who was that one by?
I don't know.
I'm not big on album names and stuff. I think in my life I've only bought like 5 or 6 CDs. Or tapes.
Helen Wright says, thank you all for keeping me entertained while I made.
Hooray!
Cobweb says, I'm 48 though. Yeah, I started early. Really the one bonus of starting super early is that by the time all of our kids graduate from high school, I won't be 40 yet.
Yeah. That's a perk.
Yep. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Death Magnetic was a Metallica album.
Yeah, that's right.
So I guess by that time I was out of love with Metallica.
You're done with Metallica.
I was done with Metallica.
You're dead to me.
The Hyperfocus had
Napster's cool. You're dead
Well,
to me.
alright, so when Jason Newsted left the band, I was out. I really liked him a lot. Big Dan Tattooer says I have a 26 and a 30-year-old, both girls.
Every now and then, Kirk Hammett will pop up in some of the groups that I moderate,
Nice.
as he is a big collector of horror memorabilia and stuff.
Body Geek says, oh wait, it was Cece that was making me feel old. Mugstrap says, I've got everyone beat so far, 37 and 25, both girls.
I think I got you all beat. No kids! No kids! Double income, no kids!
Body Geek says, I'm 50 going on 17. Ezekiel says, I had kids late, they'll still like me when I'm old.
Okay, so I'm in pretty good shape here. What time is it?
It is 9:55.
Okay, I think we're going to stop with these two painted, and I will get them haired on the morrow. What's tomorrow?
Wednesday.
I will be live tomorrow. You probably have stuff.
I don't know.
I don't mind trying a solo live either, but if you want to come tomorrow and work on things,
Yeah.
we can work on things.
Well, I've just about got this side pinned, so once we get that done, there's just a little more trimming to do, and then we're good. Ezekiel said they upgraded when Newstead left. Hammett is in the same realm as Santana. Whew! Ezekiel! Are we gonna fight?
Why does he just think he means in guitar skill?
Cat Swift says, Stacey, I went the other extreme since I had to raise the 6 brothers. Waited till very old to have my kids. Had fun in between. Big Dan Tattooer says, never be happy about the light at the end of the tunnel because it could be the light of the train. Yep. Because it seems to be the soothing light at the end of your tunnel. It's just a freight train coming your way.
I think I'm going to hit these real quick with some spray paint and some alcohol.
I like it. Cobweb says, I do think I might be the raddest grandpa, though.
You'll probably win the Raddest Grandpa Award, hands down.
Captain Marga says, hush with the old and stay off my lawn. Monkstrap says, time to say goodnight, all. Good night, Monkstrap. Monkey Strap. Body Geek says, I have no kids and no wife, so I'm rocking it.
If you think you're not going to get called Monkey Strap, then you're wrong. You're just going to be called Monkey Strap a lot, and you're going to enjoy it.
Ezekiel says, I'd rather you say Koala Bear and Foster's than say Hammer's my fave. Mike Jordan. Yeah, my best girlfriend and I were like absolutely obsessed with Metallica in like 7th grade through 9th grade, so like 1996 through 1998, we were like hardcore obsessed. And after that, it faded. Tank says, ha, I think my wife and I are hillbillies. Our first at 17, we were still in school. Proud to say we're still together, though. Hey, fellow 17-year-old baby having a baby. That was me. Cobweb says, all my grandbabies will get huge knives for their first Christmas. Monkey Strap says, Alan fakes me out. No, good night yet. I'm great with Monkey Strap.
Yeah, you're getting called Monkey Straps. How's it going?
There you go. Welcome to your nickname. Cobweb says, oh, she's probably insane. Oh, he's talking to Ezekiel.
I need a little bit of the spritzy of the alcoholic.
There's one up there with the alcohol. The legal one.
Oh, there is. That'll work.
That'll do.
That'll do, pig. That'll do. You need to have another terrible English accent night.
Oh, yeah, we do. Left it right before Monster Camp. Or not Monster Camp, the
Museum.
Yeah, the museum opens.
Museum, we'll call it.
Yeah.
So you can thin spray paint, by the way, with alcohol. Isopropyl alcohol.
Fancy. Cobweb says, I'm only famous for selling Distortions Dragons on the web for $30.
That's right.
Body Geek says, I've been a big Aussie fan. Never understood how a man who couldn't talk coherently but sang so well.
So insane.
Big Dan Tattooer says, I have 4 grandkids. Oldest is 11. Dang. Yeah, I could hold off on being a grandma for a while. I'm all
Oh,
right
no.
with that.
No, next year, you, Grandma.
Oh,
Happening.
uh-oh.
Happening.
Nope. Tank says, Ozzy, that was probably before the stroke. Cobweb says, I love the Sabbath years with Ozzy as well as the solo stuff.
I think I slightly prefer the Sabbath years, but he has some solid solo stuff. And the Bark at the Moon Werewolf
Oh, yeah.
is one of my favorite werewolf looks.
Ezekiel says, I'm surprised no one mentioned Sir Randy Rhoads earlier. Mike Jordan says, I love Ozzy. Tank says, Ozzy's awesome. Cat Swift said, oh, we're talking about Keith. Cobweb says, oh, I sell Distortions Dragons on Wish now, too.
Of course you do. And why wouldn't you? All good sellers end up on Wish. It's like magicians in Vegas.
Monkey Strap says, Deep Purple, Velvet Underground, Cream, Faces, Queen, Aerosmith.
Monkey Strap is just easier to say,
Alright, go
right?
on. Yeah. Yeah, your Monkey Strap from now on.
If we had better bear straps, we could have so many drop bears.
Yeah, really, get on securing your bears.
Yeah. There we go, that was better.
Cobwebs says, poor Randy only lived to do 2 Aussie albums, plus his Quiet Riot stuff. Really sad. Ezekiel says, George Lynch, Randy Rhoads, Jake E. Lee, Billy Gibbons. Oh, Billy Gibbons. Yes, please.
Figures Ezekiel would stay engaged on the night we're talking about guitarists.
Oh.
Okay, so this guy is painted. He'll get a Mist of Pearl after. And this guy is painted. This guy is painted. You can see him. So there you go. Kids, I think we're gonna leave Stacy sewing.
I'm nearly done.
Say goodnight, Stacy.
Good night.
We're gonna go over here.
Mike Jordan says, man, those masks are looking awesome.
Thank you.
Ezekiel says, isn't Billy Gibbons the king of Texas? Yeah.
This is the one that moves around. The other one has a cord. Sometimes I mess that up. Okay. So Stacy has said goodnight.
I have.
I'm about to say goodnight.
You're going to remember to delay hitting the button for a second after
You guys
saying the
are
thing?
awesome. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Just be nice to each other and be tolerant of other people. Think about what happens if we don't agree. What's the outcome of us not agreeing? And odds are really high. The outcome is nothing. Let them believe what they want. I get asked all the time, Alan, why do you believe in Bigfoot? It's more fun to believe in Bigfoot than it is to not believe in Bigfoot. And it doesn't hurt anybody. So why not go with the one that's more fun? Anyway, you guys are awesome.
Happy Turkey Day if we don't see you tomorrow.
Happy Turkey Day. I will see you tomorrow because I have so much work to do. You guys are awesome. I'm going to say have a great night. Thank you guys. Go make stuff.
Go make stuff.